Initializing connection with JACE from LYNX Corporation.
Hello there, Cutter. I've been hearing rumors that the old ways of removing Class-II generators will be a thing of the past. Lots of Cutters losing their lives by improperly following LYNX safety procedures, I'm told. Not sure who will be spreading rumors out there that you should be, let me see here, Right, directly applying stinger laser to the purple fuel connectors between the Mark II thrusters and fuel line. Well, whatever the case, I'm here to help you figure it out nice and easy. Alright, Cutter, let's go over the basics. I need you to go depressurize the vessel for me. Once you're done that, move to the engine room. Remember, using the structural scanner, you can view if a room is pressurized or not. Green means it's pressurized. Red means it's not pressurized. Make sure to hold on for dear life, too, if you plan on opening a pressurized room when you're in a non-pressurized area. Thankfully, your gloves are magnetic, so you shouldn't have to sweat too much when you open up one of the doors.
Enabling radio broadcast.
Your pressure level decreasing.
That there is the MCU. Remove the front panel with your grappling gun and begin ripping out the 3 frozen capsules inside. Note that MCUs, or engines as they are more familiarly called, always have 3 coolant capsules within them. Forget to remove one and pop! You and everything around you will flash freeze like a deep dish pizza. Make your way to the middle part of the ship, the part that holds all the connections, keeping the Nano-Carbon plating to the interior aluminum walls. This will also grant you access to the rear of the ship, where we'll need to flush out the fuel systems. Now we're going to need to separate the rear Nano-Carbon plating from the ship and keep the explosives as far away from the fuel lines for when they inevitably burst once you start flushing out the fuel system. Cut open the outer support beams and leave the central struts attached. This will cause the rear left and right panels to rip themselves away from the ship, allowing you to avoid using too many tethers and wasting valuable time. Alright, well, first things first, attach all the nacelles from the side of the ship. Those are the massive thrusters used outside of rail travel for these sorts of vessels. With those out of the way, set them to the barge and pluck off the thruster caps in the rear. There should be 3 of them. Set them towards the processing unit when you're done. Pluck off the thruster caps in the rear. There should be 3 of them. Set them towards the processing unit when you're done.
Deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Cut open the outer support beams and leave the central struts attached. This will cause the rear left and right panels to rip themselves away from the ship, allowing you to avoid using too many tethers and wasting valuable time. Lastly, remove the central Nano-Carbon plating, still in the center rear, by removing the remaining 2 struts. With the fuel containers out of the way, it's time to flush the fuel system. Turn the valves located on the rear of the metal plate that separates the main fuel line from the thruster Mach IIs. Note that when you engage the emergency flush system, fuel will begin to burst from the seams of the purple blockheads in any manner of direction. It won't stop until you turn all 3 valves. Alright, Cutter, I want you to keep a cool head as you flip these switches, and before you know it, the fuel will be ejected from the system, and not only will the reactor be safe to extract, but the Mark II thrusters as well. Carefully cut the piping from below the Class-II reactor and target key structural points with your stinger cutting device so you can pull off the minimum piping required for the job. Alright now, attach a tether to the center of the base of the Class-II reactor and fire that sucker straight into the barge. That way, we don't have to worry about the reactor malfunctioning. If it doesn't appear in the barge separate of the container, rip open the protective doors whilst it's in the reactor and tether the reactor itself to the barge. That'll solve the problem and net you a cool 3 mil on top of 700 cert points.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
While we're at it, partner, disable the connection wall to the MCU. That's the device that let us disable the coolant system. Once the wall has been removed, tease that sucker out of the room and tether it to the barge.
Caution. Tether supply.
Now we have one more major object to grab. Disable the supporting beams connected vertically between the roof of the inner walls and its outer shell. Now grab onto that there hunk of metal that looks kind of like a triangle. That there is the power generator. Now don't worry, I know it looks a bit beat up, but it's an expensive piece of equipment that will prove invaluable to LYNX Corporation. Alright, Cutter, grab on tight of something and grapple it towards you. Once it's got momentum, make sure it doesn't bonk you in the head, and then tether that sucker down to the barge.
All right, Cutter, wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
Well, excellent job, Cutter. Looks like you're a natural. Head on back over to the hub and let's overview your income and certs earned in the day's work. Until next time, Cutter, stay safe out there.